Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Seasons of Ghosts. I'm Kyo Zaber, the GM for tonight's chicanery shenanigans and or spider-related themes. And with me are our players who are ready to continue joining us in the land of the present. Somebody who is always present and is not distracted at all whatsoever, Mr. Moral Compass. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing pretty well. I had to actually think about that. It's like I guess I am usually present. I think there was one time I had to leave a little bit early, but yeah, okay. It went in my whole head to having to figure this out. Anyway, doing well. All right, continue
He
on.
got distracted by thinking about whether or not he's ever been distracted.
Exactly.
It's a dreaded curse. It's a dreaded curse. Somebody who is definitely not cursed. History eraser button. How are you doing today, good sir?
I was cursed at work today, but things are good now. So glad to be here. Looking forward to a good stream. That's all I got. Carry on.
All right. Somebody who's always got plenty around with him to keep us company. JT, how are you doing today, good sir? You are muted.
Cat sounds intensify.
Nope, still can't hear you. Okay. All right. Well, while we work on
We got
Circus
help. All right, that is me. I am. Yeah, I'm not silent. I'm not muted. Yes, Crescent, that was amazing. But yes, that's me, Circus Freak, playing Sakasu Yankee, the halfling cleric of the great Monkey King Sun Wukong. I
was wondering why you assholes weren't answering me.
Because you were muted. Hey, we can hear JT finally.
Yeah, it would have been
I
nice.
Can hear him now.
While I was talking this time, somebody looked and said, "Hey, asshole, we can't hear you."
I didn't notice that you were talking. We thought you were just, for once, waiting patiently for the GM to call on you to do your intro.
I mean, your camera was off until 45 seconds before we went live, so not a lot to see.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Circus, for that. And yeah, JT, other than a little bit of a shakeup right there, everything else going okay for you, dude?
As I was saying before, I wasn't thinking too much into your intro. Let's go.
All right. Very good. Okay, we will then step into benefits. Benefits for tonight's episodes of Seasons of Ghosts. We have a rare renewal sending his deal to JT and Circus from the immortal Mike. We've got fan art credited below, so everybody gets an inspiration
Canada
from that.
Inspiration spent the normal way, right?
Yeah, of course. It's not the metric inspiration.
Have to double check.
Good checking. Likes from the last stream were at 34, and comments for the last stream were at 50. We were too shy from the funny number, but thank you, all of you commenters. You made it. You made it again for another week.
Kamala Anthony was one shy from the funny number.
Mm-hmm. All right. So in total, we have 3 inspirations to JT and Circus, 2 inspirations to history, Mr. Moral Compass, and myself. And our dear head mod has reset the miracle bar for us. In terms of upcoming shows, we've got Strange Aeons this coming Friday at 10 p.m. That's what's up next. All right. Who would like to give a recap from the last session, turn themselves an additional inspiration?
I will give the recap unless someone else really wants it.
I was saying the whole time I wanted it, but you guys ignored me. I don't want it.
Okay. I was going to say, I am pressing X to doubt on that because you never do. All right. So let's get going. At the start of last episode, Willowshore had been, by us, brought back into the world of the living. So the town is once again in the mortal plane. And we had an important errand to do, a task we had said we would do that Rakuro led the way on, of heading back out to the farm with the 2 old men who were looking after the baby Kitsune, whose mother unfortunately was a ghost. So we headed back that way. On the way, we ran across a psychopomp watching the road, watching Willow Shore, but it did not interfere with us at all. It was another Vanth, like we had fought recently. So we don't know what was up with that. Got to the farm. Before we arrived, we noticed that the lumber villain, the axe man, whose name is escaping me, was at the farm with 2 priestesses, questioning the men about whether they had seen any travelers with the bell. We avoided going into the town until he decided to head off and check other farms, but he left them to guard. So we came up with this brilliant idea that I would just unobtrusively go in as a random traveler, not at all expecting that as soon as I step away from the party that we would be beset by bears, but not just bears, ghost bears. So while I was heading into the town to try to get to the child and retrieve the child, ghost bears attacked. Battle ensued. Fortunately, the priestesses, who we thought might, be a problem for us, were much more focused on defending the town from the bears. And, we were able to, engage in the fight without too much cost to ourselves, and use the distraction to actually get the child and get away while they finished off the last bear. And they were able to find the haunt, which was, what was it, in an outhouse, I think?
Yes.
But in any case,
Jenkins left it behind.
Yes, that's right.
I have some thoughts about the things you're confused about.
Go ahead.
I think the Vanth was the salesman the whole time.
That could be, because I'm getting to that in the recap. Something that Sakasu found out. So we returned to the village, or to Willow Shore, having retrieved the child, and Rikuro at the tea house let Sakasu, or let Sayuri and Takiri know they were now the adoptive parents of this little kitsune kid, which was most shocking and amusing, and a good source of mirth for us all. And that is something for them to deal with as they will.
They haven't even thanked me for their new child.
They really haven't. Although they've been kind of busy with the other things that have happened.
I mean, the real parents.
Which real parents?
Dan and Kristen.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Also, I think the archers didn't attack us because we weren't ghosts. That was the second one.
Well, yeah, they the whole plan of let's get that we didn't have the bell with us. They maybe didn't recognize us from the compound. They were busy fighting ghost bears, and they did have the ability, because before he had left, the lumberman asked them to sense. To see if they detected anything. So presumably they would have the way to, and they did later use that power to find that haunt. So they have some kind of detection of supernatural things, which we aren't supernatural anymore. So in any case, some downtime ensued where the various members of the group did different things. The most notable of those things being Sakasu went to visit the great tree spirit. In the process of when he did so, he climbed up into the tree to do some kind of crazy monkey offering or something, and spied off in the distance where we had seen the Vanth. He spied the peddler, the salesman, who had been going in and out of Willow Shore while it was in the spirit world. So, JT, your theory that Vanth could have been...
I don't think he saw him when he was on the tree. He saw him when he was walking down the street, because he was right where the Vanth was. He was in the same spot the Vanth was.
Right, that's what I meant. He's right where the Vanth was.
It wasn't when I was climbing the tree. It was when we were coming back to the town. That's what you had, Chris.
Oh, okay. Sorry, flipped that around. The other notable thing that happened during the downtime is Ji-Wen decided to visit the governor's mansion and found it is still corrupt, haunted, cursed, something evil about it. But we did not have time to deal with that because Rikuro requested that Sayuri call a meeting of the town so he could speak to the town. Town gathered, In that he gave good recognition and asked the town to be thankful for the Kappa who had helped in the battle for the ritual to restore the town to the real world. The one casualty from that fight, at least the one casualty on the good guy side, was that Kappa, and also gave the town the warning about what we know about the lumber baron and Cart High, and to prepare because Willow Shore is certainly endangered. In the process of that, Jinun spotted a unusual stranger amongst the townspeople, wearing a sort of a silver collar that was adorned with spider decorations, and we sort of prepared to, thinking this might be some kind of spy. We prepared to capture him as the townspeople, left the town meeting, and sure enough, as soon as people were walking away, we were able to capture him with a spell, and set upon him so that he wouldn't be able to escape. But he kind of didn't care because he revealed himself as, yes, a servant of who he identified as Rin Mei Li, the new princess who claims dominion over, well, not just Willow Shore, but the whole region that we're in. Who he brought a painting of with him, and she is clearly Jorogumo, one of the part human, part spider creatures that we have had some indications are active in the area and may have been involved in some of the things with Kugapi, that basically the big bads. Also that Torakiri's family is very concerned about because they have some history with bad Jorogumo. This spy, who then didn't try to hide his identity or lie about anything, he just gave the message: Rin Mei Li is coming. She's going to arrive in 3 days. He wasn't really specific about what exactly she wants, other than that she expects the people of Willow Shore to be ready to recognize her as their princess. Oh, wait, did he ask for us to prepare anything other than prepare the town? Did he give any specific? I don't think he gave any specific, bring this to this point for tribute. He just said,
Sakasu suggested preparing our largest rolled up newspaper, and he said that would be a bad idea.
He thought that would be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, at that time, the servants gave you no indications of how you should prepare, no dictates, no commands, just be prepared.
Yeah, 3 days, princess arrives, be prepared. She's in charge now, blah, blah, blah. He didn't say anything about the lumber baron or whether the lumber baron is working for any of that stuff, but we still suspect there's also that, as if they're not an allied threat, they're two distinct threats. So threats either way, not to mention a haunted mansion, a haunted governor's manor. So 3 threats, all the threats. And
while
who knows
you're
what
adding
else.
names, Kaio, to the global notes, I saw the one sneak in there as I had it open. Can you put in the lumber baron's name?
Sure, I certainly can.
Since we can't remember him.
I wouldn't remember him either. He was a special guest star in his own show. Where is he at? But no, that is a very good recap.
Important.
That is a very good recap history for leading it. So you may go ahead and take an inspiration for that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the lead on that. All right, there we go. Names of note. Added it to the list.
Mago Kai.
Mm-hmm. And one other minor correction, but that's my bad for not having it in the note. Of course, chat. There's going to be a quiz on this later. Penmanship counts. Ren Mei Li is a princess indeed, but she is not the leader of Tenzia. Her sister, Lady Lang Loi, is the actual queen of Tianjia.
Did we know that? Oh, she didn't. The servant didn't say anything about Lady Lang Loi, I don't think, or did he?
No, he did say that the second princess was the one coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
not the. I think she had been given dominion over our fiefdom, or whatever they called it, but was not the queen of all the land, as it were.
All right.
Whatever amount of land a governor would govern, since there's no governor.
All right.
Is her title still princess?
That's what he called her.
That's what he called her. I don't know. You could certainly argue with the princess and over titles. That might end well.
No. I just need to make sure if we ever have to talk to her.
You've got 3 days to figure it out.
Archduchess.
Good point.
I mean, it would make sense that if she's a princess, that she's been given some portion of the domain to rule over, because that's pretty typical in the way the royal families will kind of divide up the king's busy being the king, the queen's busy being the queen. So that shire over there, this little brother, this little sister, that's yours to go rule as long as you keep me happy.
Very true. All right. So, any music you hear in chat is provided by Tabletop Audio. They have been very gracious in allowing us to play the music, and I have enjoyed every moment of it. So please give them a visit and check out Tabletop Audio. Plus, oh crap, that's right, I don't have it on the right thing. That's fine. Okay. We are going to swoosh in any event.
We swoosh to town.
We swoosh back to town. Okay. So, you guys had last been given a picture of the princess and given the warning that in 3 days she'll be visiting. How would you guys like to approach things? Well, the servant's still here, so you can continue to ask questions. I mean, the floor is yours.
I am going to totally steal from John Gordon and say, when this princess arrives, perhaps she is someone who could be influenced by a handsome gentleman such as yourself who has good social skills.
I imagine we do need some sort of ambassador, someone to keep of good relations.
She is a spider princess, not a mantis princess, so should be safe for you.
I asked the servant about the Juragumo and how they rule and dictate.
Oh, my mistress, the princess, she is very kind to me. She treats me very well, as long as I don't mess up any of her requests, and they can be rather demanding. They certainly do not like Tengu at all, and they do not like cold silver. So if you have any Tengu and he looks over at Master Chiaki, who's standing there,
right nearby.
Yep.
And
Torikiri
and Ayasu.
And Ayasu. Yep. Oh, that won't do.
Finish that sentence. What do you want of the Tengu?
They don't want them at all. The Jorgumo and the Tengu are... Well, my mistress would prefer not to see them ever. And if she does see them, it probably will not be very positive for any involved.
Well, let us hope she does not see them then, because this village will go to war for that little girl.
What does she want here?
Fealty. And she has, I assume she wants her fealty. She did not tell me specifically what she wants. I am but a humble servant.
What does she offer in return for her fealty?
The servant just kind of looks at Eurocoro and just, I don't know. I'm not the princess.
You seem to have only half delivered a message because you say she sends you to tell us to be prepared and does not define what prepared is.
Surely someone who
Apparently-
demands fealty from me must offer something in return.
Apparently, be prepared means hide your tengus.
Yes, that seems to be the extent of it at this point.
I would suggest talking to the elders in your town or others who might be more versed in Jorgumo etiquette.
I walked off to the center of town, next to the bell.
I immediately go to any library we have and look up anything about the Jiragumo.
Continuing on talking to the guy, G1 will ask, how did you know to come to us so quickly? We're the first of the outsiders to come to this town.
My mistress and I were in Karahai. She had a feeling, and she sent me forward. We've looked at Willowshore before, but she wanted verification of the haunts. Of course, she sent me in her stead.
She thought it was still a ghost town? A ruin? A haunted ruin?
It has been for well over 100 years.
And yet here we are.
You're right, Psycho.
Are we more beneficial as a ghost town or as a living one?
I do not know. What is better? Servants that are alive or servants that are dead? An answer to no one.
If only such were true. That the dead answer to no one. The dead should rest.
What do you plan on doing now that you've delivered your message?
Returning to my mistress. He takes his silver collar and adjusts it.
You say she does not like cold silver, and yet she puts silver around your neck.
Cold iron. Cold iron.
Misspoken by the GM.
Got it.
Yes, misspoken. That, yeah. Gold, silver, and
That's okay.
Iron.
I have one of each. when it comes to stabbing, I got it covered.
I got both. She went just on the fly.
Yeah,
too.
hey, Jin-Un, what are you doing with that bucket of ice water? What's with all the silver in there?
I was going to say, is cold silver a thing? It's just silver, but yeah, now we understand.
Yep. Yep.
It's a mix. It has to be both cold iron and silver at the same time.
What makes something cold iron again?
It's the material cold iron is used to it's how it's working cold iron takes different methods than a standard furnace,
steel or regular iron or silver or
blacksmithing. Blast or it's just a totally different metal.
It's just a different metal. It's just in game mechanics terms, you can come up with cold iron as a raw material. You might remember early on, I had some, and had some of it crafted into a new spear, and wasn't there other cold iron that she had created? The smith had created from the nugget, the chunk I gave her. I have a dagger, but I don't think it came from that. But
it might have gone to Sayori, or unfortunately, I don't immediately recall what's the.
Some of it went to the town's guard. I remember from back when I was a player. A viewer, not a player.
Yep. But yeah, it's considered a special material. Like if your weapon is tagged as cold iron, is it super hard to find? Kind of.
It's a precious material, but it's a low-level precious material.
Right.
It's much it's much more common than adamantite and other things like that.
We have a quarry Can we find it at the quarry?
We could go look.
Well, more importantly, we have
quarry?
We have a trader who might just have some. He might have already crafted. Is he coming back?
Coming back?
The easiest way to come up with a cold iron weapon is cash. After that, you're not gonna find. You generally find iron in mines, not quarries.
Remember, he was only here because he was guiding us as we were dead. He wasn't here for the living. Again, he was probably the Vanth.
And yet he still seems to have some interest in the town. So,
well, he did.
We'll
but
see
if
he shows
you
back
find
up
all
after
the cold iron in town, that would be something to get Sayori to be spreading the word and say, "Hey, we need to."
Well, that's why I was asking if we can get more.
I mean, you can get more.
Statue.
It's just you're going to talk to a statue. Okay.
Here's my plan. I'm going to read up about these fuckers, anything I can find out about them, if they're going to be decent rulers. And if not, I'm going to go to Kara High and talk to the monks there and see what their opinion of these spider bitches are.
Okay. All right, so so both of those will take you at least 2 days. Rokoro is what your research and then your potential travel will take from you.
Well, if the research is good enough, I'm not gonna travel. That's
all right.
That's how that works.
I need you then to So you will be what you'll be doing is you're going to be running a gather information check.
Yeah. What's that under?
Let's take a look.
Diplomacy.
I've never done that before. I'm not diplomacying anyone. I'm reading.
Well, it's still gather information.
Really?
Yep, and it is under
weird.
diplomacy.
Okay.
All right. So that is what Rokoro is going to be doing. He's going to be doing gather information checks and potentially traveling a little bit. Was there anything else anybody wanted to try to ask the man before he leaves?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yes, actually, I do want to.
Oh, okay.
Does your mistress have the loyalty of Mango Kai, the lumberman? Or Maga Kai, whatever the Kai name.
Mao Kai is under her employ, yes.
Mago. Yeah, Mago.
Mango, yes, Mango Kai.
Mango guy?
It's Mao Kai. I was trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was funny, Kyle.
Thank you.
Mago Kai was
required?
Mago Kai was seeking the artifact, the bell that is now protecting this town. Is he seeking it for your mistress or for his own means?
He was given, to my knowledge, he was given whatever resources he required to get the job done. I do not know if he...
What job?
Had it himself.
What job did she have him tasked to get done?
Harvest lumber.
Well, that is most mundane, but still useful information.
This is a very rich land with plenty of trees for harvesting, and especially this area.
People who were before, they weren't like, were they like emperors? Were we servants to them? Or
there was
were we independent?
There was an emperor. There was an emperor. For the most part, Willowshore was independent, but had to pay certain amounts of fealty and or taxes to the former emperor.
All right, so it's
Back
a
in your
normal
day.
thing, just a different emperor, but it might be evil. Okay.
Suddenly, the Emperor is a spider.
One of the reasons Willow Shore was getting essentially a lot of left alone was the governor was producing well. It was a wealthy producing province. So that's player knowledge, not Genuine doesn't know that, but just that's in the background for like history of Willow Shore. So the governor that wound up ultimately screwing everything up before that was doing a good job of being a productive governor and keeping imperial attention away from Willow Shore.
Oh,
And that was back when it was definitely human emperor.
right.
All right.
All right, I would like to talk to Busakawa.
All right. You are going to talk to Busakawa.
I don't think anybody's tried to talk to Busakawa since we've become alive.
Not yet. All right. Sakasu, you make your way to Busakawa, and the giant spider is there watching guard, but it creaks to life as you approach. Ah, Sakasu, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, we were visited by a herald of apparently our new princess, whose name I've already forgotten. Let me look at the notes.
Rin Mei Li.
Yes, it's Princess Rin Mei Li, who is coming to us, and she is a Busakawa. So I came, not a Busakawa, Joragumo, that one.
Have you been drinking?
Always. She is a Joragumo.
Joragumo.
And as
something
a
o'clock,
you
right?
say. Are they here to take my Torakiri away? You see her get up and you see her glowy spider eyes look a little frustrated.
Not as far as we know yet. They just don't want to see him. But I came to the most spidery individual I have ever met to see if you had any insight as to what we should be expecting from Joragumo royalty.
I am sorry, I do not know. I am but a humble guardian of the city. If you were to ask who was attacking, I could tell you. But I have not laid eyes on it. Thanks for it. Busakawa takes a moment and thinks. Okay. Well, over the many years, I do recall seeing some. They did stop by the village and look around, but you all were sleeping. They then ended up leaving.
Wasn't Busakawa sleeping too?
Were you aware of both instances of Willow Shore when we were trapped in the mist?
No, I was not. For the longest of time, after the festival, you all slept, and then one day, I was under attack by a bunch of men with sharp axes. I don't remember what happened in that battle, but next thing I know, I was once again with you all, and the village was under attack. Sakasu, you can go ahead and make a you're not very good at that, but yeah, you can make either an occultism or an arcana check.
That'll be an occultism for me.
Okay.
Oof.
You're still not an expert at all with all of this dreamscape stuff. You're not exactly sure how because as you were told by the former governor, he screwed up on his ritual, and everybody in the village died. The Busakawa is kind of alive, kind of not. So you don't know how it would have affected Busakawa.
Yeah, you are pointy, little devil.
So as I said, I do not know much about Jorgumo, and I do not, I have seen giant spider people, but it has been quite some time since I last laid eyes on them.
Well, that was my thought, was to consult the most spidery individual I've ever met about spider people, but if you have no insight, I will come to you if ever we need help defending. But be prepared, in 3 days' time, she who claims to be owed our fealty will come by and may make an attempt at your precious Torakiri and his even more precious family.
You see Busakawa hunch back down onto her platform, but her eyes they're all just you can tell by her body language that she doesn't like the sounds of that at all.
Hopefully all will go smoothly and it will not come to blows. But if it does, we will let you know.
All right.
You can totally win him over by turning him into a damsel and rescuing him.
A long spider leg kind of goes up under her chin as she ponders. All right. So, we'll resolve Rokuro because I see that's a very nice roll you got. Good job. Does anybody else? What do Jiwen and Jin-Un wish to do?
I wish to
Get attacked by a bear.
No, Torakiri is really Jiwen's, or I'm sorry, Jin-Un's oldest friend, and he is going to go to Torakiri and say, hey, we need to figure out something to do to keep your family safe when this princess comes, because her spy is no doubt going to say that they saw Tengu here in town. So I'm going to offer to, there's my hut out in the woods. Maybe there are other hunters out there who would be willing to, board it. Who else besides? Are there other Tengu in town besides Master Shaki, Torakiri's family? Mm-hmm. Who else? Isn't there? I think we've run to at least one or two others.
Yes, there's a few others in town whom are also Tengu, because there's a small Tengu group. All right, so if you guys are looking for a place to hide them, you could go ahead and make for me a. I'm all right with a stealth roll for you guys to plan and scheme of where to hide them. If you wish, because you have hunting lore, I would also be all right to take that, because you know of the good spots in the forest. At least at one point in time you did. Hopefully it's still accurate.
Yeah, I will use the hunting lore, and we'll see if we can't come up with multiple hidey spots and plan so that they can be able to relocate if there are any scouts for the Jorogumo coming around. So that would be this. I'm going to go ahead and inspiration that, because we can do better than that.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we can.
All right.
That's a way to inspiration.
We have the freaking Tengu Underground Railroad set up. Mm-hmm. And that is what I spend my 3 days doing, is just making sure that that Willow Shore's Tengu have good places to,
We can
get
tie
out of the town
poles
and
to
have,
the tops of their heads and paint their feathers up with clown makeup and disguise them like the dead Kappa from Linear Grenaille's
Man.
former circus.
or just
God.
hiding places in the woods is good too. Just
Sure.
safe camps and messaging and just basically trying to have that Tengu hiding network set to go.
Very good. All right. Ji Wen, what about you?
So it looks like we're not going to be able to go to the governor's mansion and such like that. So he's probably just seeing that Janoon has the whole railroad under wraps. He's going to go and get as much research as he can on the governor's mansion, why it's in its current state and such like that. If anyone's heard anything, day, night, so on and so forth.
All right. Go ahead and make me if you got Willow Shore lore, that'll count. Otherwise, it would be occultism.
All right, Willow Shore lore it is. All right, 26.
Good. All right. Okay. So the governor's manor, ever since you guys arrived back here, the manor itself something has been wrong with it here in the real world. Back when you guys were in the mists, it looked a little disheveled. This is a whole new level of that place is messed up. Any who have tried to go in have been frightened just by the presence of the front door. And any that have tried going in any of the windows soon find themselves climbing back out with words of something horrible lying within the walls, but they can never remember exactly what.
Has anyone come back hurt, killed, or so forth?
Well, I doubt they've
Not
come
yet.
back killed.
Well, someone might have
Yes, yeah.
reported it. You know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
We were all killed, and then we all came back.
I died. I got better.
Mm-hmm. All right. And now, the man, the myth, the legend, the Rokoro. So, you know that... so, in your research of the Jorgumo, you've confirmed the weakness to cold iron. In terms of preparation, probably cleaning up the town would be a good start, straightening things out. You know that, let's see, yep, they hate Tengu. And you find in checking various literature and talking to others in town that at least back in your guys' time, Jorgumo tend to keep their servants isolated and illiterate, and that they tend to eat handsome young men and maim pretty women out of jealousy.
So they're evil.
You also, yep. You also
I'm sorry,
know
did you say
that
they keep them their servants isolated and literate or illiterate?
illiterate.
Okay, thank you for it. Was I just didn't hear it right?
Yep.
Did sound like
You
say
also
literate first time.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to better pronunciate. Woof, 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 woof. I said two different words. Yes, illiterate.
Thank you.
Great. Now, yeah. You also know that for visits, traditionally for visits of Jorgumo high royalty, a gift of something at least worth 50 gold is the norm.
What about fighting them?
Cold iron.
I mean, like tactics and is it a good idea to fight them? Like, do they just swarm you or like? have people beat them back before, or anything like that in any other past?
There's tales of having fight Jorgumo, they're just a group of spider leg people who do bad things. In terms of this particular encounter, I mean,
well, there's nothing here about that because
nope,
they're new. All right, so after I find out everything I can find out here, I go back to them and tell them I'm going to Kara High and ask them if they want to come.
Might as well.
And I also tell Sayori and Turaki, well, not Turaki, Sayori, that if you want to stay in good graces with them until we figure out what we're going to do with them, you have to clean up the town and give them a gift worth 50 gold or more.
of course.
And keep the handsome men and pretty women away from them.
It wouldn't hurt to also take inventory in the town of all the available cold iron, just in case.
Yeah, and we should definitely be gathering cold iron in case we want to revolt.
Okay, you guys don't exactly have a lot of time, but let's see.
Oh, we do have a town full of people, though. If they can
What
find
is
some
the
cold iron.
transit time from Willow Shore to Kara High?
2 days.
Via horse, it's gonna take a full day to get there.
So I have 2 days, basically, total.
Well, yep. Effectively.
Out of the 3. And you said it took me a day of research.
What is it you expect to accomplish in Kara High?
To find out more about these spider bitches and find out if anyone wants to revolt against them instead of being under their control. I'm sure it is not a pleasant thing.
The Lumber Baron is one of their minions.
Well, I'm not going to talk to that asshole, obviously.
The priests likely are as well.
The priests...
Were the old brothers, were they halfway between Karahai and Willow Shore, or a little closer to Karahai than that?
They were a little closer to Karahai, but not by much.
They were shortly past the wall in the mist, where the wall of mists used to be, which was about 3/4 of the way there, I think.
Remember, the priests helped us in the end, and I don't think, if I had to guess, they probably don't like that lumber baron very much. They are probably just in a bad position.
You could be right.
Only one way to find out.
Well, it seems like they were hostile against Kugopti, but they seem to be working with the Lumber Baron. I think it would be a bit difficult to try to turn them.
But I think you may be able to gather the information you are searching from our old friends and not have to go all the way to Karahai to find out what information from the outside world. They can give you a quick history lesson as to the last 150 years or so.
Not the only information I need.
All right. So, Rikoro, where are you going to try to go?
I make the beeline for Karahai.
All right. Who's all going with him?
I think G-Win has the time, so he might as well go. Might as well, two better than one.
No sense in not going.
Okay. And Jin-Un, if...
Do I even have the option if I was using 3 days of downtime to get everything set for the
No.
finger? Okay.
Sin Shongjia.
Shongjia on her own is a very weak ally. Remember that she was, when we were switched, she had all my stats, but when she's just in human form now, she's basically a girl with some skills, and not very high skills, other than other than shaking that thang, which is apparently I need to add that to our character sheet.
All right. Well,
Why
so
does she have
G1,
a
you only
master in performance?
Exactly.
Well, you know.
I didn't get that. How did you?
what
It
can I
comes
say?
naturally. Exactly.
Yeah, G1, you technically spent your days trying to do research on the manor.
Okay.
Did you just want to bring that down? Okay. So yeah, I think Sakasu and Rokoro. Yeah.
Sounds right.
All right. Okay, so time to split the party. We're going to Karahai.
Wait, did we lose Wen?
Yeah, I'm using my time for research, so it's just the two of you.
You fool.
I mean, I already decided what I was gonna do, so.
Okay. Don't mind these two extras just hanging out here. They look like cool people you guys already know.
I don't even know this place. What is this?
This is Karahai. This is
That's
the harbor
Karahai I
around
went to.
Karahai.
Oh, I was gonna go look for
So
the priest.
Oh, okay. So you want to go strictly to the to where the
wanted to
lumber
go find the
baron
bald
is.
priest. Yeah, but I wasn't gonna go where the lumber baron sleeps. I was gonna go on the right side where the priest lives. His quarters.
Okay. Tell you what, let's see how lucky you are. Go ahead and make for me a perception check while you're out here in the streets. 23. Okay. All right. You come to the harbor. You start going through Karahai, looking around. Unfortunately, as things stand, you have been unable to find the priest. So your option then would be to go back to... You're going to try sneaking in to the Baron camp.
Not so much sneak. Just
going to walk right in.
Side.
All right. Okay.
I am a Pharasman monk, after all. I'm not a ghost or an enemy.
It's got a good point.
I want to see a priest.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Don't mind. Let's see. Can I get rid of the blood splats? Hey, I can. All right.
Perfect.
All right. So here you are at Karahai, the lumber baron area.
Is there a guard here?
There is no guard here at the moment.
Is the door open?
The door technically is closed, even though it's currently wide open.
What I mean is, does it open?
Yes, the door does open.
I will go through it. Why is Wen there?
Right.
I kill him.
Imposter, doppelganger.
Don't worry, G-Wen has put on the makeup, so you can't tell who he is.
You tell me when to stop, buddy. Let's see if this door is open.
It is open, and you hear chanting coming from the inside.
Good. Hey, it's my friend.
He is deep in prayer. See, technically that is not here.
I'll wait a little while for him to finish. If he doesn't finish, I will interrupt at some point, since I am short for time.
Let's see how observant he is. Oh, that is not supposed to be hidden. He stops for a brief moment. I see everything has gone. I see everything has gone to your benefit.
It has worked out. Yes. However, there are some things that are much different than when we left that I thought maybe you could enlighten me on.
I can try.
So, when last I had breath, we were ruled by humans. And now that I come back, I am told there is Jorogumo who ruled this countryside.
Yes, the Jorgumo have ruled over our land for over 100 years.
And was it by force that they took over, or was it peaceful?
It was with a little force, but the former emperor, his empire was on the verge of collapse. The Jorgumo just simply came in, took care of the remnants, and filled in the vacuum.
And what is your thoughts on this?
He lets out a long, slow sigh.
Understand that I know nothing about what has gone on for the last 100 years, other than what I've been told by the Jorogumo servant.
In general, your land can provide. You have no issue. Unless your land contains Tengu, or if you happen to have plenty of cold iron, they do not look highly upon either of those. And Tengu, they have sworn death to.
Have they committed a holocaust upon the Tengu?
Any that they were able to get their hands on, yes. In general, the Tengu have the better sense to take off and not look back.
And nobody fought for them.
Those who did suffered the same fate.
They're not going to charge us 100 years of back taxes, are they?
The priest, Cao Chen, just chuckles. It depends on what type of a mood you catch the royalty in.
Do they have a way of sensing cold iron?
Not that I'm aware of, unless there's some magic involved.
And just between two Pharasmans, has there been any resistance to their rule in all this time? Or do they have an iron grip upon everything?
Let's see here. Of course, let's see here. This guy has society, because why wouldn't he? He doesn't actually have society, so that's fine. Let's just go ahead and roll a d20 and see how smart. Nope. I am unaware of any resistance attempts, but I do not pay that much attention to internal politicking.
Oh, well.
And if
Then that's...
and if anything, once I'm done, once it has been proven that your Willow Shore is ghost free, I will most likely be moving on.
Well, I am not sure if it is ghost free yet, but it is free of the ghosts you initially found. Speaking of which, I hope that you were not punished for us being here and finishing our mission of bringing ourselves back to life.
If there's any punishment to be doled out, it will be in due time. Mongo Kai was infuriated that ghosts somehow got past the warding bell and were able to make off with it.
To be fair,
Especially under his nose.
we are not your average ghost, as you, I am sure, found out.
You need to season your bells better.
Oh, yeah, he ate your bell if you don't remember. Anyway, Okay, now that that is
At
out
the
of the
time, I
way,
was an elephant.
you, at the time when I saw you, did not believe in Kugapti and his corruption. Do you believe in it now?
After seeing one of my own change into that horrifying visage, I have been praying to the Grey Lady for a sign. She has been reticent to give me any messages.
Fortunately, had not have the time to convene with her since I have been back, since I was awoken to very many strange occurrences, such as the Jaragomo. But there is one that I thought maybe you can help with. The governor's mansion back home has not fared as well as Willowshore has in the resurgence of life. In fact, we feel it is still quite cursed, probably corrupted by Kugapti himself. So, since you say you wanted to make sure the ghosts were gone in Willowshore, that would be the place to go to, and we certainly could use any help from your exorcists to figure out what is going on there and prevent Kugapti from freeing himself fully.
You notice the old exorcist get up and go over to the purifying fountain up here. He grabs a ladle, filling it with water, just looking inside of it for a moment. I unfortunately cannot help you in that endeavor.
Why is that? You just said your job was to look over the ghosts and make sure there are no more ghosts in Willowshore. I am telling you there are.
My exorcists and I are to await here until late spring, when a new ship of exorcists arrives, and we are to march on to Willowshore.
Into what exactly?
He
Fight
looks
ghosts
back
who do
at
not
you.
exist?
Well, you and I know that. The Lumber Baron does not. And with that, let's see here.
Oh, he has not figured it out yet. He's not very bright, is he?
Odd. All right. And with that, Cao Chen takes the water and he tosses it towards you guys. He douses you, Rokoro, with it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And he watches for a moment, and then he...
Oh, I am sorry. I was unaware that I needed a bath. You could have just told me.
You're an orc. You always need a bath.
You're a halfling. You have dirty feet. Shut up. You want to talk.
All right. He chuckles a bit and notices how the water is still dripping off of you. Sorry, had to make sure. He's out and about. Yes, the Lumber Baron is gone for the moment, looking for you all.
Well, I mean, we're not hiding. We are all in Willowshore. The newly restored Willowshore. He doesn't have very good eyesight, does he?
He and his men are frightened of the ghosts that are there. But once the additional exorcists arrive, that fear will no longer be there. But you all are alive, so
you
I
can do
recommend you
nothing
be ready.
until the summer?
I need to remain
now
here.
where Kugapti may escape, and you're just going to stand here and do nothing?
Go ahead and roll me a diplomacy roll, Rokoro.
I'll inspiration that. This is kind of important. Cause son of a bitch. I'll do one more. Can I do one more? I forget how we do it in this game.
I don't think so. I think you get your one.
One and done?
All right. He shakes his head. Sadly, I have my responsibilities here. If you are all the great heroes you think you should be, you must take care of Willowshore yourselves. I got it. All right. You've proven yourselves capable thus far. You should be able to take care of this now.
I don't know. The corruption of Kugapti is very strong. It literally wiped out an entire village of people in one fell swoop. Having Pharasmin help would go a great way in making sure this great evil is not unleashed upon the entire world.
Indeed it would. Then may the Grey Lady smile upon you.
You know, she already has. As you can see, I am here in the flesh. So that was her will. While I thought...
With the Monkey King's help.
While I thought she frowned upon people coming back, as ours was not fully, truly gone, maybe she saw something we did not, in her wisdom, to let us return.
With that, he gives you a slight bow and says, I'm sorry I could not be of more help.
I bow back and I splash my canteen on him. And I smile and I go, I just had to make sure. And then I walk out.
All right. Very good. Then we are gonna. Then is there anything else you two wish to do while you're in Karahai?
Nah. Well,
all right.
Actually, shop if we have time. Do we have time? I don't have a lot of money.
I mean,
I don't have money.
Okay. Don't have money. You're leaving. All right. Back to Willowshore. So, 3 days passes. Yeah.
Go through.
Oh, I thought you were going to go through what they're doing.
He already went.
We already know. Yeah.
But I was going to say, Rokuro should totally go shop to shop, door to door, asking any of them if they happen to have any cold iron.
No. Well, I thought you were going to talk to them for a minute, because I got to go.
Okay.
So, just that was probably intentional.
You had to step away for a moment.
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys are preparing, it is suggested by, well, I should ask you guys, where do you guys want to hold the ceremony, the greeting, and the discussions that are to go take place?
The greeting should probably be at the. Just. No. Jinoon's gonna keep out of that decision.
Okay.
I think G1 would say the stage. It's probably the highest thing we have to a announcements, so on and so forth. Plus, he's a lot more interested in the Eternal Lantern is there. So if anything goes bad, we should be a little bit more protective.
Is it though? After the ritual, didn't it get moved back to the bridge where it belonged? Where it originally had, where the
Oh,
Which is what I was going to suggest was on the bridge.
And the bell is not at the stage either. The stage was really a temporary construct to do the returning ritual, and was still there when Rokuro wanted to speak to the town. So it's presumably still there, but
I like the bridge as a place to meet her.
Yeah, I agree.
Basically an entrance to the town proper. So greet her there.
Well, but the main lantern wasn't at the bridge at the edge of Karahai. It was at the bridge in the center of town. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should meet her at the bridge at the edge and conduct a parade to the bridge at the center. At which point,
That's
we
very
can then hold a
royal-ish.
greeting ritual.
Yeah, there you go. I like
Okay.
it.
All right.
Because
Certainly.
a parade is very royal.
All right. I would like you guys to go ahead and make for me a society roll.
Society.
I don't know why you would ask me for
Society.
society. I'm not being very societal.
Any
I understand.
alternative?
What can you? Ooh, for not being very societal, Jenoon.
2 in a row.
So Jiwen, what would you shoot me a skill and give me a thought?
Well, I was
Pearl
gonna say
lives in a
like
society.
I was gonna say diplomacy for the sake of giving the organization in effect, basically being manager or whatnot.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll.
All right.
Okay. So Jenoon, between the two of you going over this, while the parade is definitely a good idea, it's as long as the town is fairly clean, which everybody in town has been busy working on it since the announcement. The bridge is probably not the part of the bridge with the Eternal Lantern is probably not going to be a good permanent site to have the welcoming ceremony. You're looking for someplace a little more relaxing, such as the Cerulean Tea House, Old Man Matsuki's, Granny Who's.
I'm not entirely fond of the idea of the Cerulean Tea House being used because, for one thing, that is part of Torakiri's domain. I don't know if they might be able to more easily sense that he's got a prominent position in the town.
We just need to make sure there are no feathers laying around.
I
Well, then,
don't. Why? I don't see why a parade to the bridge and a ceremony on the bridge, which is a important landmark in the town.
They want an intimate location for their ceremony.
And there's also
I
the
mean,
value
you
of
guys
being
could
able
make
to
it
say
work.
you.
What if they are asking for too much? Do we want to rise up and fight them? Otherwise, our Tengu friends will be forced to leave. Or be killed.
if they do not know that we have Tengu to begin with, then it may not be an ask.
They already know.
Oh, that's right.
But they will want to know where they have gone. We will. Someone will have to tell them that when the Tengu discovered that the Jorogumo princess was coming, they realized that Willowshore was no longer for them, and they departed to where we don't know.
Very well, if you wish, I can lead that discussion.
All right. So,
But if they seek someone's manor to meet in, I would say. Wait, who's around when we're having this discussion? Is this just us and Sayuri?
yeah, Torakiri can also be there. I mean,
Well, yeah, he's because his
I imagine
family
you
hasn't
guys-
had to run off yet.
Yes.
I'd say.
I
I
would
wouldn't
say,
want her to hear me say this, but it seems to me that that Granny Who is probably more of the personality type to host a princess and make a big deal out of things to make the princess feel special than Matsuki. That's besides, if she wants to, who knows? She might decide that she gets to stay in someone's manor, and I would rather have it be the grannies than Matsuki's.
Yes, let us take her to Granny Ho's house.
plus the Tengu part of town was mostly near Granny Who's. If we can have the parade go near there to show that they have gone, that might be a good thing.
at least Dorakiri's family was there, but it also allows them to come in on the bridge and parade really the extent of Willowshore, because both along the south shore and then crossing the bridge where the Eternal Lantern is to the North Ridge, and then back east along the road through Northridge to Granny Who's abode.
I just thought
It becomes a parade to show how beautifully the town has been prepared.
Has anyone even talked to that old bitch since we've been back? And also, I am curious what her thoughts on these Jorogomo are, since she clearly had plans of her own for Willowshore.
Valid points of discussion. She was there when the spy. She remained silent. She did not have any questions for the spy, but she was there. Wasn't she? Weren't she and Matsuki at the when Rikuro did the town meeting?
Yes, they were there, and no, but to your guys' knowledge, they didn't ask the servant any questions. They kind of hung back and let you, the heroes of Willowshore, take point.
Very clearly made artwork of Rokoro and Sakasu with that priest, and it keeps making it Jin-Un for some goddamn reason, and Shanja. And
interesting.
ChatGPT is just really fucking with me today.
Okay.
Pissing me off.
Who would like to talk to Granny Who and ask to borrow her home?
Well, I think Ji-Wen would be the one.
All right. So, Ji-Wen,
I mean,
day-
conversely,
the-
let Sakasu do it.
well, Ji-Wen has already volunteered. So, Ji-Wen, you go to Granny Who's estate. Time is continuing to tick down, and you've been given the mission. Of course, her servants allow you in, and you find her out sitting in the porch enjoying the spring weather. However, she is still puffing like the old dragon some say she is. Ji-Wen.
Ji-Wen will nod and produce one of the bright blue orchids that we got from that one tree. And he will give it over.
Flowers.
You will find that they have a healing property to them. But I thought if anyone should have it, it would be the one who's in charge of security. We have
Some might
matters.
say some might say you're trying to butter me up. Let's say it might be working. Please speak.
As you know, we have that princess to be coming around to Willowshore. We have been discussing, and with your approval, we believe that it would be best to host the princess at your manor for the ceremony. The reason for which is, for one, you have your ability to understand other people and what they like and work with them. You've even worked with a lowly one as myself and figured out what I liked and gone from there. And that I am eternally grateful for. But secondly, you also know if something goes wrong, you have plenty of ways to deal with that, where old man Matsuki will live up to his name.
All right. Well, Mr. Smooth Talker, you go ahead and make for me a diplomacy roll.
You got it.
Are you happy with that?
No, I'm going to try to do an inspiration and hope for the best.
Goes up one.
Size. All right.
Okay.
It's still better, but
It is. She looks at the flower and she gently puts it down into a nearby teacup watching it float. So you want to use my home to greet one of our new rulers?
That is correct.
I have noticed plenty of work being done in the town. Tell me, are any of your lot good with tea and snacks?
Well, Torakiri would be the one that I could think of right away. But are you asking
It's a
for?
bad idea.
But you're asking for someone to tend to the princess, are you not?
I'm asking for someone to tend to the princess with sweets and treats. I can provide the home, I can provide most of the materials, but one of your group is going to have to be in charge of certain aspects of this ritual, this
If you need-
meeting.
Can I use medicine to make tea?
No.
What would that fall under so I could get an idea?
Let's see.
There's literally tea lore, and then is cooking part of crafting?
I think
the
it would
mayor
be.
runs the tea house or the whatever she is.
Sayori could be involved she's going to be involved in the parade. But
Why
Granny Who
would
just looks at you.
There's certainly someone in town that we can find that could be hired for this task. We deal with ghosts and haunts and the ancient enemies. We don't brew tea.
You're not there, though, right?
No,
No, you're right. I'm not there. Never mind. All of that I just said was not, because if anything, it would have just pissed off Granny Who, which is not what we need, because I have a
Yes.
history of doing that. So
Can I argue
Right, so
that
Granny Who-
June is providing assistance by not being there?
It's fine. So Granny Who looks at you, Jiwen, and she says, "You may use my home, and I'll have the servants prepare some snacks for you. However, you and your friends will most likely be the ones leading the procession, the parade, and the wooing of the Jorgumo."
Very well. We will see to it. So just to verify, she's no longer trying to get one of us to do it? Because, I technically had a plan. But, no worries.
She's not demanding it at all. She's stating that you guys should be. And you guys will have Sayori available to an extent to help out with this. But this is your guys' show.
All right. I will check with one thing before we finalize on the tea preparations, because I do believe that Sayori would be a great choice for it. Not only from the humility of the leader of the town serving the princess tea, but you must admit, you probably want Sayori to be serving tea in your manner.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
All right. So with that, hopefully in good graces with her, then he's gonna meet up with the others, and of course, we need to plan out the celebrations and such.
Huh? So you guys already have a rough idea. So there's the parade. You're going to go up to the bridge, around and over to Granny Who's.
So, but
I
Rakuro
think-
shared what he learned in his research with us, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's something really important to consider. if we know that they, out of jealousy and spite, will harm or disfigure attractive young women, we have made the colossal mistake of putting an attractive young woman in the position of mayor, which means it is almost certain that this princess is going to want to do something to negative to Sayuri, just as, to have the one up on her, or just find a reason to be displeased and want to have her put to death. So having her trying to be the courtly person serving the tea is very risky.
Oh, I think Sakasu should hand her the tea.
I can hand her tea.
Well,
Since he is a hero,
you guys have options.
I will not be attending any parade with some spider bitch. I just want to kill her.
All right, so I guess we need clarification on something. What counts as attractive? Because, I mean, if we're talking about charisma, it's literally that's the stuff that we would be, interacting with the princess with, which of course would be shooting ourselves in the foot.
The basic stuff about the Jorgumo from what Rokoro learned. Now, whether or not the princess is going to find Sayuri attractive,
You are looking too deep into the words again instead of just looking at what it is.
If we are worried about Sayuri and being attractive, then perhaps we can use a bit of makeup or otherwise to scar her face up.
If someone has a disguise kit, I can help with deception to help her become more plain.
First, you have to ask her if she is going to lower herself to do that for some spider monster. I would think she is too proud to do that myself, but, you could ask, I guess. Or we could use the homely halfling to feed this bitch and be done with it.
Right now, we're more talking about the celebrations at large, because it's like she's going to have to be front and center and welcome her and stuff like that. So she's still going to have to be there regardless.
Mm-hmm.
We will get to the other part later.
Yeah. All right. So the one leading the parade is going to be making the performance roll when we get there. And there are other roles you guys can make to interact with Ren Mei Li, but we'll go over those as the event occurs. So if you guys feel you're ready, we'll spin into the meeting of the minds.
I think we should make sure we have talked to Sayuri and find out what her opinion is of what she should do. Knowing that Jorogumo can be vindictive, jealous creatures, and that she is the mayor is quite an impressive sight when she has her golden armor on and her shield and this may not. It's but Okura's right. It's Sayuri's decision on whether she wishes to try to appear more subservient to this Jorogumo. She may wish exactly the opposite.
Yep, Sayori would be like, I do not need to hide. If she really is offended by my beauty, then that is to her dismay. We have already cleaned up the town, and we will face this new world and what it throws at us with the same fervor it took us to get back.
Well, that answers that. No disguise kit needed.
I need to know the parade route so I can watch it from the highest rooftop like a gargoyle.
Okay. The parade route is going to be over by Busakawa. Move all the way to the west, up the bridge, and around back to Granny Who's.
Where's Granny Who's?
Granny Who's is in this general area.
What general
Eastern
Directly
side of
north
town.
Over there?
Yeah, by the port.
Yes.
On the eastern side of town, by the fishing port.
Is there any tall buildings over there?
There's some homes. There's Torakiri's place, or you could the one that would be
Torakiri's
close would
family's
be-
home an elevated.
How big is the
elevated
Who
place?
house?
How big is the Who house? I mean, it is a fairly impressive manor.
Yeah, I'll sit on
So-
top of her roof.
All right, very good. So the fated day comes. As the day goes on, everybody continues keeping watch, but has not seen head nor hair. And then the evening comes.
Can we
As the
take just
Yes.
a moment to like take a long rest and make sure, just in case something bad should happen, have the right spells prepared?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead, everybody. Mash that long rest button. Make sure you're healed up. You would have had the time.
Yep. Just in case.
All right.
Not that we need to pick a fight on the princess's first visit to Willow Shore, which would probably be bad. Thank you.
Okay. My pleasure. All right. So, on the eve of the day, Ren Mei Li and her entourage arrive. I don't have a picture of it, but she arrives she is being carried along by four men holding her up on kind of one of those thrones as they're walking. Whom all is here to greet her?
How do they sit down with them nasty arms?
Carefully.
G-Win will be part of the celebrations and stuff.
Sakasu will make a greeting.
Okay.
I am going to wait near the bridge where the Eternal Lantern is for the parade to come through and cross. Just
all right.
like any random Willow Shore townsperson.
I'm glad you appreciated my idea, John Gordon, even if the rest of the party didn't.
You had an idea?
I did.
No, it is fine. All right. So, the princess and her entourage begin crossing the bridge. And she comments, "So, this is that backwater that has all of the, what is it, lumber?" Her servants mutter and nod. And as they approach, Sayori stands out front and bows. She says, "Welcome to our humble village." Humble, quaint, very disgusting. And you are? And the princess's eyes narrow, looking over Sayori. Sayori stands tall and says, I am the mayor of Willow Shore." "Of course you are." All right. Let's see here. So, Sayori is going to attempt to make an impression on her with diplomacy. She has definitely been putting more into that for reasons. All right. Sayori does a polite bow and begins leading Lady Ren through the town. As you guys begin going down the road, Jiwen and Sakasu, go ahead and make a quick perception check.
Perception. All right.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
Let's
Ji-Wen,
go.
as the princess begins and her entourage begin passing by Busakawa, you notice Busakawa's eyes are just glaring daggers towards Renmei Li.
Well, Jiwen will try to give like a verbal look towards the Guardian to be like, calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Sakasu will distinctly not give the attack signal.
Okay. Easily enough. Ji-Wen, go ahead and I would like for you to make a diplomacy roll will work for that.
Whew, all right.
Busakawa stands down and continues looking like the guardian she is, but doesn't take her eyes off of the Jorgumo princess. Sakasu, since you were so instrumental in kind of setting up the parades, I would like for you to go ahead and make a performance roll.
I can do that one.
All right. So, describe to us what the parade looks like as you guys are making your way through town.
Oh, there is fanfare. It is definitely more a parade parading around our visiting new leader, as we have been informed, than it is to show her off to the town, not to show the town off to her. Well, both at the same time, but she is definitely made out to be the main event of everything. The townsfolk are out greeting her, waving, smiling, much like the royal parades of English, whatever nonsense. There is a
Very
whole
good.
lot of unceremonious, uncharacteristic butt kissing going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely a performance.
Very nice. A very good performance indeed. All right. You can tell, I mean, it is a very good performance. And the princess continues to look on with disdain. All right. How is it? You guys hear her quietly mutter, how is it a backwater community such as this knows exactly what to put on? She seems a little perturbed that you guys are actually putting on so far a good display. So
she's mad she got what she wanted.
at the beginning, here's that way. You guys approach the bridge.
Even spider women are women.
Mm-hmm. As they approach the bridge, Janoon, where are you standing? Are you just continuing to hang out? Or are you just sitting along the side, hat tipped down?
Intermingled with the crowd, keeping the brow of my hat low. Shangja kind of tucked under my cloak. Just trying to look like one of the common people. But then as the parade passes by, I'll kind of follow along with any, because there's always people who like to, kind of trail behind the parade.
Mm-hmm. No, very good. Very good. All right.
If I need to not stick out as one of the heroes of Willershore, if you need a stealth or anything, let me know. But then again, maybe it's not even an issue.
No, it isn't an issue. You continue intermingling with the crowd. I would, however, let's see here. As part of the parade, I would go ahead and make an occultism roll, if you'd be so kind. You're assisting in continuing to make sure that the parade is progressing with with no issue. And in being intermingled with the crowd, it is meant to help.
Oh, that's gonna get inspiration.
No. You need to update the screen, sir.
I do need. Yes, we're busy looking at the shrine. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's use an inspiration to roll better than a 2. There we go. There's your occultism.
All right.
Thank you, chat, fans, everyone, for inspirations. Much appreciated.
Indeed. All right. As you are crossing, Jinun, you hear some people begin uttering and muttering things about the Jorgumo.
Willow Shore townspeople? Is that who's muttering? Just the townspeople? Okay.
Yes, the townspeople. With your occultism roll, you're able. So you hear them uttering just some blatant falsehoods, stuff that would be, like saying the king kills kittens, stuff that is inaccurate and would be very offensive to the visiting princess. So you assist by just basically, you could be just telling them shush, or no, that's not right at all.
Yes, that's this is going to be a chance to make good use of my intimidating glare feat, and just anybody that's getting mouthy about the Jorogumo is for their own good, even though I'm not going to tell them it's for their own good, is going to get the shut your mouth stare.
No, very, very well done. Okay.
Because I don't want them getting. But the last thing we need is she overhears some random townsperson say something stupid and decides to make an example of them right there on the spot.
Indeed. So as you guys pass by the Eternal Lantern on the bridge, the princess looks over at it with disdain. Such an antiquated relic. Just for show. But,
that G-Win will probably try to hide his disdain for her.
What'd she say that about the lantern?
The lantern, basically the lantern that's been the mark of Willow Shore, and keeping it safe from the spirit world. Yeah, she's doing everything she can to make herself not loved by us and the town.
So Ji-Wen, you can either use diplomacy to try to calm yourself down, or deception to hide your frustration.
How many people does she have with her?
At the moment, 4. And those are the guys all carrying her. No, they're normal people.
Really? Okay.
I guess I should use my last inspiration on this.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Describe, you do calm yourself, or you disguise your feelings. Can just tell us a little bit of how you do that.
So I think with what she said, Ji-Wen was definitely getting that more of like darkness in his eyes again. It's like, how dare she? But then it's like as a flash of light from the lantern itself, all of a sudden the darkness just seemed to vanish from him, from at least for a second, for him to regain a little bit of his senses. And it takes him a second. He pauses, nods towards the lantern, thankfulness, then keeps going.
Very good. All right. The rest of the way, she continues finding she continues finding things about Willowshore that she is very degrading of. She just, let's see. Yep, and I know, chat. I'm bringing the camera over. We're getting there. We're getting there, chat. She also begins uttering some other things under her breath. Sakasu, go ahead and make a perception check.
All right, perception. Away we go.
Unless,
Perception.
well, okay. I was going to say, unless you had another skill you wanted to get in close and listen to her with, we can keep the roll if you're happy with it. But if there was another skill
I am
you
perfectly
would have liked
happy
to
with
have
that.
used. All right. Okay. You hear her mutter under her breath. "Oh, I can still smell the scent of Tengu in the area. Can't wait to banish them completely from this backwater village."
Sakasu will do whatever he can to continue distracting.
All right. He
Sitting on
continues
the
on.
roof like a gargoyle.
You
Just
are
staring
on the
at that
roof like a
bitch.
gargoyle. You see her and her procession march up. Sayori continues just on chatting, trying to chat with her. The princess continues to be very, very dismissive. Oh, actually, I should at least try Sayori's. Okay, she's actually doing quite well. The princess seems to be listening, but seems to not be listening. Once so you all do arrive at Granny Who's. Lady Wren takes her place at the head of the table. And she looks at you all and she says, "So, I bet you're all wondering why I'm here now. Well, I am here to tell you that things are about to change. For starters, you will all pay tithes to the kingdom every year during the ritual at the end of each spring. This is non-negotiable. Next, all Tengu who live or enter the village will be executed immediately. Lastly, you are all not permitted to read or write, and any books you have will be turned over to us for safekeeping. And last but not least, should your village contain any cold iron, it's to be melted down." So, are there any questions?
Well, how much is the tax we're supposed to be paying, for one?
Well, I would say starting out at about 40% of your harvests. That should suffice.
And when it comes
That
to
includes... Yes.
when it comes to books and reading material, if we receive missives from you, are those to be turned in too?
Any missives you will receive will be received verbally. None of you have any need for reading and writing. It is too much for your small minds to comprehend. You let us do the worrying and thinking for you. If you guys wish to try to, if any of you wish to try to, you could try to kind of take a better look at her. You can take a performance to look at her body language, or not performance. That would just be a standard perception. If you guys want to try to distract her, there's performance, diplomacy to try to talk with her a little bit more. deception to pretty much just nod and go along with things, or intimidation to try to get her to back down a little bit.
Oh, thankfully, I'm on the roof, or I'd be trying to kill her right now.
I am just quietly observing and perception as though I'd come in like one of the house servants. So I'm just going to work with the perception on the body language.
All right.
Wow.
What? I cannot do this during a combat encounter, but I can just get critical of all that. Somebody, that's on the bingo card and 3 times now. So
Yeah,
triple
Jinoon
one
gets
square.
the critical, but not in combat.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. All right. So Jinoon, you're getting the feeling that a lot of her asks are. I mean, it's not a feeling. You realize that a lot of her asks are outlandish. You're under the impression that this is a power play, strictly and foremost.
Is her body language showing that she thinks she might get some pushback on this stuff, that she's hesitant at all on this, or that she's absolutely putting on the good performance of I am the power person in the room?
You can tell
does she have any
she's
hesitance
waiting.
or uncertainty?
You can tell she's waiting for some form of pushback on this. This is perfect.
Well,
You can tell she's waiting for that.
Okay.
Sakasu will, well, upon hearing of your impending arrival, the only Tengu we had in the area fled into the woods, so we could send out hunting parties to try and track them down to execute them for your amusement, but they're probably long gone by now, having had several days lead. As to the other, the temple will, I'm sure, insist on keeping their own sacred texts, because it is their sacred texts.
Actually, so as you say that, the princess looks at you, Sakasu, and says, "No matter. The texts will be taken, and the texts will be stored safely at the royal capital. And I like the thoughts of the hunting parties. Oh, I so revel in at that." Sayori just shoot. So it is a diplomacy, but Sayori actually has intimidation. So she would shoot the princess a death glare. And Sayori says, "The Tengu will not be harmed." The entire room falls deathly silent at this. Princess says, "Oh." She whooshes out a fan and, "Oh, you think you have a say in this matter, do you, dear mayor? I do." And let's see here, Ji Wen, you can see Sayori's hand. So you're all seated right now at the table. You can see Sayori's hand beginning to reach down by her side as she just continues just glaring daggers at this woman, this princess. You wish to do anything?
So, I mean, Jiwin had half the mind to be the bad cop in this, but it looks like he has to be good cop here. So, he is going to try to use diplomacy to keep up the idea that, Zeri definitely has her weight, and, with especially being a hero and stuff like that, she's highly regarded. And then also, just trying to smooth it over and such.
Okay. While you get ready to roll that, a royal pain in the ass for $5. Gibbs me this, gibbs me that. One of the party has to spank this royalist. Whoops, I shrunk that. This royalist behind and make her scream daddy. Who wants to volunteer? Thank you, a royal pain in the ass. All right, go ahead.
If it comes
G-Wen.
to it, Sakasu was prepared for just such an occasion.
All right.
28.
So, Jiwen, you are able to diffuse the situation. Sayori's hand slowly comes back, but she continues just matching her eyes with the princess, who she's still got her fan out, and she's kind of looking just from above it, matching Sayori's gaze.
I'm going to go over to Jiwen and lean down to whisper something, but that I want to actually be overheard, so I don't whisper it too low. And I say, Master Win, didn't the lumber baron Mako Kai promise that he would get the tithe limited to 30% of the lumber? I don't understand. He must be planning to keep 10% for himself. That's brilliant.
If only she was gonna live long enough to use that information.
For curiosity's sake, did Jiragoma have skeletons?
Yes, the deception was phenomenal. I am on fire with the 20. I'm never going to roll it. Next combat's going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
1, 2, 1, 3.
4, 4,
All right.
4, 4.
Or do they have exoskeletons as spidery things?
The deception being, first, I thought I was being whispery enough to not be overheard when I meant to be overheard, and second, to try to sow that seed of, conflict between her and Magokai.
At that, the princess's fan snaps shut.
When I shut my mouth, I step back looking like, oh shit, even though got exactly what I wanted.
Well, what to do? I suppose one other piece of information is in order. I want you all to tell me what you know about this Kugapti I've heard so much about. And give me a reason why I shouldn't have additional royal guards come here and secure what evidently little backwater peasants cannot.
Oh, who wants to regale her with the tale?
If you wish to regale her with the tale and tell you what has happened after, then go ahead.
Sure. Sakasu will put on a Sakasu level performance, recalling the adventures and the legend of Kugapti.
All right. Go ahead and make your performance. You guys are really doing well tonight. Very, very well done. All right. You notice a few moments as you're doing your performance, going over the tale of Kugapti. She begins to kind of nod off and just get bored. But Sakasu, you find a way to snap her back and have her pay attention.
And we will end with, if you would like, at first light, we can head up to the shrine, and you can see Kugapti's resting place, as well as Jiwei's.
At that, she looks amongst all of you, and she looks back at Sayori, lets her eyes linger there for a moment. That will not be necessary. You've all proven yourselves to be interesting. Very, very interesting for such a backwater little town. She yeah.
I want to lean into Jiwen again and say, Master Wen, do you think the princess is powerful and brave enough to protect us from the cursed manor?
Ji-Wen will purposely look at him and do a terrible thing about trying to tell him to shut up without saying anything.
No, again, trying to be that subservient little peasant.
Mm-hmm. All right. Whoever of you is trying to lead that challenge, go ahead and make the roll.
I feel like I'm due for badness, but I'm going to go one more deception.
All right.
Come on.
Well, it's not another 20.
It's not
Mm-hmm.
I'll stick with that. Maybe that was only halfway deception anyway. So, because there is actually a haunted manor, and I am curious about whether she's powerful and brave enough to protect the town from it. Who knows what she'll do?
Yeah. She continues saying, I think I have made my points clear. And while she glares a little bit more at Sayori, I suppose I cannot be here to enforce the death of the Tengu. Keep them out of my sight, and we'll call it
I pluck her eyes out. Wait, no. I'm not Rakuro.
No.
But you did not answer my question. Do they have a discernible, or do they have a skeleton, or do they have carrots because they're spidery?
Both.
Yes, the human part. Yeah, the human part has a skeleton. The spider part probably has
Goo on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. It would have mattered had I had to cast my spell.
Okay. Oh, good question. I have what I need. And despite everything you've presented, despite my ill conception, you've all at least presented a fair assortment. See, however, one glaring thing that is missing is, where is my gift? Where is my present?
Wish I heard that.
I will return near the end of the season. I will return at your festival, and I expect the town to be in pristine order. I expect a small tithe to be prepared, and I expect my present. Something nice. With that, she proceeds to stand up, and she proceeds to walk out.
We should build her a new howdah.
With that,
what kind of entourage did she have with her? She had people carrying
she had her four dudes.
Just the guys doing the carrying. What do you call those things?
That's why we should jump her now.
A howdah.
Thank you.
That's why I said we should build her a new howdah.
We should know how to ass.
She is mounting up onto her howdah, and she's about to hoot away. Are you guys going to just let her? Sayori.
I like Chrysanth's idea. Does. We have this beautiful rose made by our own blacksmiths. Solid cold iron.
Sayori does stand at the door, and let me see here.
When I see her, I look at her for like a look to, should we kill this bitch?
Sayori looks up at you. Well, let's see if actually she sees you. That's
knows
going
I'm
to be
there.
the thing.
Yeah, she'd have seen him on the way in.
She looks up at you and she gives you a little head shake, just saying no. She looks to the princess and says, Willow Shore will be ready for your return, princess. And she gives her a bow. The princess
So much
says,
lumber. We must gather so much lumber before Magokai gets his cut.
Mm-hmm. The princess just whooshes out her fan, begins just kind of fanning herself. Servants, Sakurai. And they begin, and it is, just as a reminder, it is late at night. So she and her servants make their way back through town, and they go out and away. If you guys let them.
Did she? Wait. How long were we there? She didn't arrive late at night? Did she?
She arrived
She
at
did.
sunset, at dusk.
Okay, I missed that earlier. That's
We
significant.
waited all day for her to show up, and she
Yeah.
didn't. She intentionally snubbed us.
Yeah, I was rearranging spells when that discussion went on.
Me too. I was preparing Bone Shaker in case I needed to make the princess kneel to Sayori. That's why I was asking if she has a skeleton.
Well, technically, the carapace on a spider is its skeleton. So even if you're a spider, you've got a skeleton. You know.
Just wear it on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Target of one creature with a skeleton, you reach out with ethereal hands and manipulate them like an awkward marionette.
All right.
Just
So, unless you guys do anything, she leaves and she says, I will see you at the festival.
I jump down and talk to Sayori. I'm like, what demands did she ask for?
Nothing that she will get. She wants tithes. We will provide none. She wants the death of all Tengu. We will bleed. They will not bleed.
Well, why don't we kill her now when there's just 5 of them?
Because there will probably be 5 of them then. Do we really want to kill a
What if
princess?
there's not?
We really... And as if there will be more than 5 at the end of the season? If we kill a princess, do you not fear the retribution from her family?
Are we not going to kill them then?
You'll have a season to prepare.
Wow.
Something.
What kind of a funeral pyre does 50 gold buy these days?
She wanted all the gold iron that is in town. That means she fears
I think we
it.
can give her that.
means
She's
we
going
can
to have
create a
all
gift of
mine
gold iron.
in her face.
Like I said, we can't say that she's going to get none of what she asked for, Sayori. We will give her a 50 gold tribute. What kind of funeral pyre will 50 gold buy? We will give her all of the cold iron in town, inserted directly into her skin.
Can this is just more of a mechanics question. I'm not asking this in character, but is it possible to lace hand wraps with shards of cold iron so that Rikuro could benefit from
already-
cold iron?
Me hitting her is like cold iron anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I also have cold iron, so it doesn't matter.
He concentrates upon his knuckles and
Can have them take on traits of that. That's cool. That is a cool monk thing.
he takes the cold iron body. I think it's just called iron body, but for our sakes, it's the cold iron body.
No,
Gotcha.
it's called Mystic Strikes, which is
Yep.
basically the same thing.
That's good.
All right.
I
As
hope that perhaps we have sown at least a little bit of distraction and division between her and her lumber underling, but that is but a temporary and minor asset at best. You're right. We must take advantage of the time. When did she say she would return?
At the end of spring, same festival that we've been doing, well, every year.
Yes, for tribute, and all the books get destroyed, or I'm sorry, taken for safekeeping, and all the Tengu must die, and she
Wait.
must have a gift.
If she takes all the books for safekeeping, what will Songja eat?
Yeah.
Oh no, the horror. I'll be so sad.
You know, scrolls can be written on animal hides as well as parchment.
It can be seared into a steak.
Squirrel scrolls.
That's actually a good question. Could you take something that is like a sheet of jerky, inscribe it with the spell, and make it like a more palatable treat? Anyway,
Yeah.
Jerky scrolls.
Sayori lets out a sigh, a long sigh that she's been holding in. Well, that could have gone, well, worse, but we've got time.
she
I'm going to
expected
go have some
pushback.
tea.
She knew her demands would be more than we would agree to. She was just testing to see how much pushback there would be. I don't think she expected it about the Tengu, though. That seemed to be the sore point.
You put hair up my nose.
I will not lose Torakiri
Of course
or
not.
his family. Right. With that, Sayori proceeds to the main road and starts walking to alert. Well, I'm going to go get going to go tell the Tengu they can come back to their homes. And then I'm going to the tea house. I could use a stiff drink.
Why don't you?
Demise.
Why don't you leave the Tengu messaging to me, since I know where all the hiding spots are, and you begin getting all the people of the town to gather all the cold iron they have in every home, in every dresser, in every kitchen drawer, every closet. There has to be a good amount that people just, the old knife their grandfather used, things like that.
We will begin in earnest in the morning. All right.
I will
Is there
begin
anything
heading
else?
off to. Oh, I missed the bridge. Heading off to the woods along the western road
All right.
to go get Tengu. Mainly
Great.
Chiaki, Torakiri, and I could have sworn there was one of the key merchants or key tradespeople, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to suggest that at least, well, we have all season. Yeah, they can come. Everybody, we'll let everybody know that we've got the whole season. She'll send spies. We know she'll send spies.
All right. Well, was there anything else anyone wanted to do before moving on to the next day?
Not before moving on to the
Drink.
next day.
And
Drink.
prepare.
All right.
Always drink.
Well said.
So, that small crisis quickly averted. There's still the
I
manner
do
of...
on the way out of town to go find I'm going to be very carefully looking for any. I don't recognize this townsperson, and why are they following me? Things like that. Just being very aware that she may have, the princess may already have tried to put some other spies or servants among our townspeople.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
One second. Where There we go. Well, can't keep going with the crazy rolls all night.
Now we're into the low rolls.
Yeah. I'm just because it's important that I don't, give up. I'm gonna go ahead and use my final inspiration for the night on that.
All right.
Oh, I'm re-rolling. Keep the lower result by accident. So that is actually should be the higher result, not the lower result. So the 32. Or the
32.
19, yeah, the 32 is the correct result. Sorry about that. Clicked the wrong menu item.
All right. You take a look. You keep one eye. You keep glancing over your shoulder every now and again. You're not seeing anybody in particular following you, and especially at this time of night, most people appear to be going back home and such. But you don't have any shadows, thankfully.
And I do have dark vision, so I'm good at spotting this kind of thing, and people wouldn't expect it because that's not normal for my ancestry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easily enough. You look around and you are in the clear.
Okay, well, worth it on the inspiration just in case. Didn't want to have some kind of little spider ninja following me out to the Tengu.
I would like to do some quick math. Sakasu wants to try and figure out how much 4 attendants, a Howdah, and a spider princess weighs.
That's I mean, they're well on their way, but you really want to calculate that, huh?
I want to think. Well, I spent an entire evening parading them through town, so it should be
okay.
Judging by their builds, her frame, and the size of her mobile platform.
Size of her mobile platform. All right. I hate leaning on the same thing, but I would say either perception or crafting if you had it.
I will take perception then. My crafting is half what my perception is.
I don't have an exact count for you right off the top of my head, but you do have a pretty good idea of how much all of that would weigh. Let's see here. You're figuring with her and her seat, it's probably her and her throne. You're probably looking about 175 pounds. Wow, maybe about closer to 200. Throne. Well, closer to 200. Well, yeah. Along with that, that doesn't count. That does not count.
You've already lost that battle. I haven't been keeping track. There have been at least 4.
I don't believe you. The 4 guys, they're standard humans. They're probably a little over
beefy
100
enough
pounds.
to both. They're beefy enough to be lifting the Howdah. They're also likely have the function of being guards and armor and weapons. So each one of those guys is probably over 250. So just the 4 of them right there is half a ton. Her and her Howdah is probably another. I think you're being very generous at 175. I'd be more like another
175 would probably be the Howdah by itself.
Yeah.
All right.
So I would think fine. She is about. If they're not in the altogether, if they're not in the neighborhood of 1,500 plus, who knows what kind of goodies she carries around in her Howdah with just a little, like all the niceties. She's got to be pushing a ton on that whole deal.
Okay, so just a heads up for you guys: none of her servants were armored. They were probably strong, but all they had on were those silver collars. You guys,
wait, they weren't guards?
No, they were carriers. Servants. I didn't mean to say. If I said they were guards, that's a screw up on my bad. No, they are servants. They are the Flintstones.
She wouldn't be coming without guards. Just was an assumption that she would have a competent protection retinue with her. And
He doesn't need it.
yeah, true.
I go talk to any miners in town and try to figure out where we can get some cold iron.
All right. Go ahead and make me a nature roll, Rokuro.
My favorite. How will inspiration end? Much better.
All right.
Nice.
Very much so. Willow Shore itself is the valley is not very well known for precious metals. If you had any chance, I was going to say, if there's any chance for any cold iron to potentially be mined, it would be in the same quarry you guys. I should probably show that on the map. Stand by, because not everybody was here when you guys went and saved Ugly Cute. So, everybody is up here in Willow Shore. Those who've been with us for a while know that they came here to a quarry which had magical stone that Busakawa, aka Ugly Cute, used to heal itself. You and the local miners, you have all talked. There might be some deposits of cold iron. It's going to require some work and some digging. So, hi, Frost.
I go with the miners to dig.
Okay. So we are to the next day. Are you sure you want to move on to that as opposed to investigating the governor's manor?
Oh.
Yeah, we should probably do something about the governor's manor.
You guys still have plenty of time until the end of the season.
While
All
we're
right, so
on this map,
give
real
us an
quick,
idea.
okay?
When are we going to see this bitch again? How many days?
Months.
Couple months.
It's gonna be about 3 months.
All right, so I'll send the miners out there and meet them when we're done with the.
While we're on this map, Kyle, where was the bandit village or bandit camp to the east that they had investigated before?
The bandit camp at the end of the. No. If you're talking about at the end. No, if you're talking about at the end of the first season where they were being kept.
Yeah, that was west.
That was west.
Yep.
That was west, and that was also in the Deadlands.
Yeah.
Okay, and we know that she came from the northeast, right?
She came. Well, she crossed the bridge east of Willow Shore. You have no clue. She said she came from Karahai, so that would have been even further to the east. Karahai is not on this map.
She came from Karahai and is going back to Karahai.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. For some reason, I thought that there was like one of the first places they went to was an abandoned bandit camp to the east.
If you mean the place where we ran into Jenkins, not bandits, that was to the east. It was to the northeast.
That place. Yes.
Yes. That was, if I remember right, somewhere around here.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
east.
right up around there. Memories.
But yeah, no, we ran into Jenkins and a ghost instead of bandits.
But yeah, no. So very good, Rokuro. You talk with the miners, and
As them set out for an expedition, get all the stuff they need to survive out there for a while. Tools.
Yeah, very good. One thing you guys have noticed in your travels, other than, especially recently after you've come back to the real world, the animals aren't quite as savage, and they've been actively avoiding you guys on the roads.
Good.
So maybe the miners will be okay.
We should still send some city guards with the miners.
Sayori will do as Sayori says, I will do what I can. Okay.
make more plans after we've dealt with the governor's mansion. I have a thought.
Oh my.
Just one thought.
right.
Why do you talk
Only
about
one at a
Sayori that
time.
way?
There's only room for one thought in my head at a time.
All right. So, the next day, are you guys... So, after setting up a few things in town, are you all going to be heading out to the governor's manor?
Probably
Not in the middle of the night.
First.
You know,
the next day, we said.
yes, rest up. Next morning, definitely
Yep.
don't go to the haunted house at midnight.
Go to the haunted house at first light while hungover.
Yes, good, much better plan.
Yes.
All right. You guys know fun. All right. Okay.
Also, I need better haunted house spells.
Yep. If you go, you've got time. If you have further adjustments that you need to do, please do so.
We're not going to use that.
Should probably change my spells around too.
Yep. So as you guys are making your way to the decrepit old manor, are you guys talking about anything in particular? Commenting on how that other further comments and how the meeting went last night? None. Good. That's right. You guys are working on spells. I understand. All right. You are back at the manor. It continues to loom overhead. The front door continues to look as imposing, and let's see, I will show this again just so chat can. The front door continues to look imposing and meant as creepy as it did earlier when Ji Wen was here.
Okay, so Jiwen, were you able to open the door, or did it?
I was not
Did it
able
forbid
to
you?
open the door. It has an aura about it that at the time I was not prepared for. I've heard rumors of others have gone through the windows in other areas. They talk about some horrors that they cannot remember, something in the walls.
I will bolster your ability to resist the impact on your mind, and if needed, if you become magically frightened, I will clear it. So I'm going to cast Nudge Fate on Jiwen, which would give him bonus on, you know how Nudge Fate works. If he misses something by one, he gets the extra one.
Well,
and then
Nudge
I'm
Fate is
going
kind of
back-
like Nudge Fate is kind of like Pot of Greed. You have to explain it every time you use it.
Yeah, it is. So
It helps me. I'm the pot
Yeah.
of greed.
yeah, and then if you do wind up getting a fear effect, I'll use Clear Mind, which is exactly
Does
what
the
it sounds
door
like.
seem magically creepy?
Does the door seem magically creepy? No. No, it does not.
All right, and nothing within my 30-foot radius seems magically creepy.
Double checking here. Darn, you're not in the right spot, unfortunately. Nothing magically creepy.
Okay. And Sakasu will walk out and push the door.
All right. As you make your way up towards the door, I need you to make for me a will save.
I thought it was Jiwen that was going to do that, which is why I put the nudge fate on him. But if it's you, since it's a cantrip, I just shift it over to you. Takes one action, and it's now on you.
Well, you guys are
right.
back there preparing, and you hear the sound of the clop clop of Sakasu's stilt sandals walking up to the door.
Sounds about right.
Now let's be smart about how he's not. He is.
All right. For a brief moment, you feel a wave of terror just kind of creep over you, and you swear you saw a frightening vision of something. Might have been that pot of soup that you forced yourself to eat a while back, but then you kind of shake your pompadour. You're like, not worried about it. You're able to open the front door.
I had a terrifying vision of myself with male pattern baldness. The most horrifying thing Sakasu has ever seen.
Mm-hmm. The door's open.
Well, are we going, or are we just staring at the creepy door all day?
Let's proceed.
As you all step inside, the temperature drops enough for frost breath to be seen within this ruined entrance.
The wizard
Moldering
is
Moldering mats lie on a stained wooden floor. The walls are overgrown with patches of fungi and coiling moist vines. A thick curtain of vines hangs over the roof to the north, forming a wall dripping vegetation that blocks the view into the courtyard.
I cast Detect Magic again.
Okay.
From here, do you need me to drop the 30-foot emanation again?
No. Looking immediately over all the stuff I can see, you detect nothing magical.
Oh, it's going to make me drop it anyway, because I clicked the button.
Do you think the source of this haunt is likely to be back in his master chamber where we found enemies the last time?
Probably.
Perhaps. G-Win will activate his his lantern.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be careful here. Something is amiss.
Obviously. Well, very well.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let's open the door to the pond.
Somebody
hold up,
wake up for Okoro.
I'll get him. Okay. Ah, good. You can't see it. That's fine by me. Let's see. I will move the map area. Oh, maybe you can. All right. The formerly elegant courtyard once featured sparkling pools of water, a rock garden fountain, and artfully arranged foliage, but has since decayed into a swampy, overgrown mess. Fungi and mold grow through much of the dilapidated foliage. The water is thick with algae to the consistency of pudding, and sheets of moist vines hanging down from the roof obscure all exits surrounding the building. Even the sky above seems sickly gray, deeply overcast, like a day from winter rather than spring. Okay, I need to verify. Oh, good, you can. So you both stand there looking around, and you notice this bulbous... Oh, I better show. This bulbous creature wobble up off to your left.
It's clearly it's covering ground. It's not just vines connected to a giant mushroom.
Correct. There are vines that are lashing out, and it does appear now that it is moving.
Okay. Well then, we probably are going to have a mushroom fight.
That's a kill it with fire type creature if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I don't.
All right.
I mean, is it moving to attack or is it just
It is.
staying
It's
there
going to move. Yeah,
menacing at us?
menacing.
It's just standing there, menacingly.
Menacingly.
Oh yeah, you guys got your war cries.
Oh yeah. That.
Actually, no. Let's see here.
Gonna predict its initiative is gonna be 42.
I think it might be afeared.
Okay. Okay. Yep. There's the. I got it. Yeah, Adam. Oh, that's too much.
Jenkins.
Yep.
Fucking Jenkins. Excuse my French.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. Roll these guys in.
Who invited them to the back to life party?
Okay, make sure these are appropriately set. Good. All right. Beginning the encounter.
Did you see my
Is it shaken?
demoralized battle
Frightened.
cry?
Demoralize. Let me go back up. Let's see here. It's a third. Let's demoralize. Let's see.
23
rolled
and then a 30.
See, critical success. Let's see. That should be up against its will. All right. That the 30s is perception, intimidation check. 27. All right. Yeah. Your intimidation
Yeah,
check
it's-
is right
it's-
there. It should,
30 against its will DC.
30 against this will DC. All right. Yeah. That it is shaken. Let me apply it.
Shaking?
Frightened one.
Frightened.
Actually,
Shaken. Frightened. Spooky.
is it not
spooky.
frightened too when you get a critical success?
It's not a critical success.
I really doubt its will DC is 20 or less.
Yeah, I
I
don't
bet
think.
its will DC is 23 because then we would have stacked it because I would have frightened at 1 and he would have frightened at 1,
Yep.
so it would have been frightened 2.
Yep. So it's more-
Yours was
yeah,
a
it's-
23. So your 23 unfortunately does not.
Yeah. So its will DC
meet
is
its
above
success.
23 and less than 30.
Yes.
All right.
That
Let's
thing looks
see.
big.
It is big. So it blorps up and it begins floating through the air towards you guys.
Loading.
Shit.
It's a floater.
Mm-hmm. And as it floats, its tentacles begin slapping around, and it's going. So it took the one action to blorp and float over towards you. Now it's going to strike out at G-Win.
And just to verify, it is 10 feet away from G-Win.
That thing
Well,
with
it's
the tentacles it
tentacles.
has, if it doesn't have reach, I'd be shocked.
I just want to verify because, you know, on my turn,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to move close to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, it is. All right.
Unless it
let's
grapples
see
you.
here.
Don't tempt him.
Well, we'll see what happens now, won't we? Boop. Boop. That's a miss. Boop. Boop. That's another miss.
Yay.
Raggle, raggle. All right. Rokoro.
I am unsure what I want to do here. Let's see. Why don't I have what I need? Maybe this will work. No, that's the wrong thing. Well, okay. I will go into my stance. And then, I mean, does it look like I can even hit this thing?
Yeah, you can certainly try. It's not high up in the air. It's floating over towards you. What's your concern?
Like a big hover mushroom?
Yeah.
I'm going to go after the Jenkins for now.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you step in there and you see a Jenkins just sitting there in a bush, cackling maniacally.
Yeah, I can't hit him, but I will run up to him.
Okay. All right, you got it.
Because I'm hoping somebody's going to hit that thing with a fire attack.
Sakasu's action.
All right. Let me see if I've got anything that deals fire.
We are currently looking through our character sheets for bleach, folks.
Oh, I may not have bleach.
Oh, damn it. That was the thing I was looking for.
Fruit fly.
But I need a fortitude save.
Giant floating mushrooms. Very well known for fortitude. Evidently, yes.
No, that wouldn't have worked either.
Well, creature is unaffected.
Yep.
Is there anything within...
Yep.
Is there any creature within that 20-foot burst other than it?
Unfortunately, there is not.
Okay, I thought maybe there was a Jenkins that might have gotten hit with it.
Nope. Unfortunately, there is no Jenkins in that area.
All right, then I will use my other action to use my toes. Or my shoes.
Your toes?
My jumping shoes to jump over the pond.
All right. Boing. Where you go?
In fact, I will jump off the top of the mushroom.
Let's see. All right. Yep, I understand. Oh, I understand you guys can't see him, folks. I'm working on it.
Might have to zoom out just a hair to get all of this fight in the screen. There you go.
There we are. All right. Very good. Anything else, Sakasu?
That's a 2-action Divine Wrath spell and a 1-action movement, so that's it.
All right. Well, the Jenkins over by Rokoro cackles. Wait, no, it doesn't need... I don't need to move. What am I doing?
Getting ready to die is what you're doing.
All right. He grabs some rocks, also known as shingle tiles, down by his feet and begins pitching them at Rokoro. He's going to do it again. Well, actually, I'm going to re-roll that with an inspiration.
Really?
Lame.
Wasted on that?
Very lame.
Oopsie.
He throws a bunch of rocks at you. It does no good. Jinoon.
I am going to start off with Nudge Fate on Jiwen. So, boom. Fate has been nudged. Familiar of Balanced Luck to bring down that... wait, let me look at the initiative order. Yeah, to bring down the armor class of the big mushroom. If you'll drag that onto it with the -1.
Yep.
And then I'm going to cast an upcasted animated assault, upcasting it at 4th level. which you actually have to prepare to upcast in this system. Doesn't work quite the same. And that will, let me place the burst. I'm just going to put it right on the creature. Okay, it will still take half damage with a success, since that's a basic reflex save, and that is no longer 2d10, it's now 4d10. So roll damage. Is it recognizing that it? Yes, it is. So there's 4d10. So yes, there you go. That is my 3. I am all done. Oh well,
all right, very good.
as long as it's already scared.
Oh.
Xiangjia can still get in her action to.
You're going to be the biggest salad and pizza toppings ever.
Let's see if we can get a good intimidation from Xiangjia. Come on, roll well. Target the creature. Target Xiangjia, so I'm working from her character sheet. And intimidation. Look at that, it's like I've learned the system. Oh, she is not intimidating at all.
No.
All right.
No, yeah, she tried.
We're done.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, take me to my Jenkins. This one.
He's heard all
that
the
one's there.
pizza
Ooh.
and salad jokes before.
You look familiar. Familiar enough to stab.
That's very unfortunate. All right.
He has nat 20
that's all
upon
right.
me.
All right. And as always, the Jenkins, he hit you, and you see a giant knife, you see a short sword stab into your big toe, and he's like, ha! All right.
Run for your life. I got him too.
That's not good.
Flanking him.
Oh, hold on. Was that only one move to get to the flanking position?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They have
seemed like
movement.
a pretty good movement.
Good question.
But fair enough.
30 foot is what my measurement. Yeah, 30
Okay,
foot is what
all
my
fair.
measurement tool states.
Yep. Just checking.
All is
All
fair and
good.
love in Jenkins. And then there's G-Win.
All right, so G1 will do a 5-foot step, and then he is going to do exploit vulnerability. Is weak against slashing. All right, so apply personal antithesis because I
If only
already
you
do
had
slashing.
anything at all that does slashing.
Okay, that's the part with like Dora's Explorer or Blue's Clues where we're trying to find it. Oh yeah, it's in my hand, and I slash it.
Oh, it's just rolled right there and just fell
So
off.
close.
Still a solid hit though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
So it should be 36. Nice.
Hey,
Ah, funny
it's
number.
that funny number.
Funny number.
Hi, Rudai. Hope you're doing all right.
And that's the end of my turn.
Very good.
We just hit the top of the initiative order, and it is almost 11. So
It is. We can hold this here for now, because what we'll do is we'll take the remaining minutes to go ahead, and if you guys are ready, from dealing with the princess and her crazy demands, you guys have gained a level.
Oh,
do we get to retroactively apply it to overnight before we came here?
Yes, since
That'd be very nice for next session.
Yeah. So go ahead, and if the system doesn't allow you guys to perform your leveling, let me know. But if you guys know what you want to do, go ahead and start making a few adjustments, and you can let the chat
Definitely do.
know the shenanigans that you guys are preparing to unleash on these floating mushroom guys.
Well, it turns out last night, after that encounter with the princess, we had a nice evening of rest, during which Shangja received dreams from our patron, teaching her, without her having to eat them, a couple of 5th level spells to be determined. And now I have that ability to cast those. The other few things that happen, become expert on reflex saves, which was the last one I was still just trained on, which is good. New skill increase, haven't decided what skill it will be yet. And a new feat, which I have decided I'm going to take the human feat, since I can do either human or elf or I overrun feats. I will take the human feat. It's a 5th level feat that is gives you gives you both the benefit of the untrained improvisation feat, which gives you a proficiency bonus on skills even if you don't know them, and lets you use those skills for trained actions, which normally you can't do with untrained skills. So very solid feat. That will be the net changes for Jiwen. Oh, and then my Kitsune Gloves artifact at that point will then be able to summon 4th level creatures, which is nice, as well as, what's the other thing they get at 9th level? Constant +1 AC versus any fiends. Not that we've fought a lot of fiends, but that will be that's just a inherent bonus. And resistance 5 versus spirit damage. And the holy trait, so that, if something can target holy, I count as holy. So that's a lot of stuff. So it's a big level.
Good. All right. Does anybody else have their level up ready to discuss?
I go ahead.
Misunderstood mine, so I have to do some reworking here. Last time I was looking at it, I was pretty tired, which I'm still tired, but
okay. Well, we'll go over it a bit. I mean, you'll trial by fire next week, so it'll be fine. Sakasu, what about you, man?
I am getting 5th rank spells. I haven't chosen my spells yet because I hadn't planned that far ahead. An ancestry feat, which is going to be fade away. So now in it, Sakasu has invisibility self as an innate spell he can cast. Resolute faith, so God likes me a little bit more. And a skill increase, which I am taking my medicine up to expert. Let me double check. What does Resolute Faith do for me? Your belief provides a bulwark against insidious thoughts. Proficiency rank for will saves increases to master. And when I roll a success on a will save, I get critical instead.
Very good. Okay. Does any Rokoro, do you have your level up ready to talk about, or shall we wait until next week?
Next week.
Next week. Cool. All right. Well, that should be it. We will go ahead and swoosh back to where we can see you guys. And all right. Well, very well done. You guys, I was fully expecting you guys to go for murder, death, kill on that princess, but you surprised me. Very well done. As always, we'll start saying our goodbyes. I'll start with somebody. Tag your best buddy next, and save me for last. We will go ahead and go with. We'll go with. I always forget who I went with last time. I'll start with Circus. Please go ahead.
All right, that is me. I am Circus Freak. You can find me here for this show, best show on Moonskull. Everybody keeps telling me. Many people say it. The Discord says it. And then after this, tomorrow night, you can find me watching a movie with my good buddy JT over on his channel for Kaiju Watch.
Mega's going to show up too.
Mike's, who is?
Mega.
Mega. We're getting
watch,
Mega next.
Psycho Gorman.
Psycho Gorman. Fancy. So that should be an interesting adventure. And then Friday, still on JT's channel, you can find me for Vampire the Masquerade Miami by Night. And then Sunday, still on JT's channel, you can find me playing the Cyberpunk game. Other than that, find me in the Discord. Eventually, I'll get back to streaming some games on my Kick. And go check out your local traveling circus if ever you get the chance. With that, I will pass it to History Eraser Button after having stolen Kaio's line.
Thank you. Thanks, chat, for being here and the good banter and the fun interactions and as well as the gift for the spanking that didn't actually take place, but we'll get her next time. Got not a lot life work absorbing everything. I'll probably see you here next week, and that's about it. So done.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking at stuff. I did. You start off with Circus? Did we have Mr. Moral Compass there yet?
Mr. Moral Compass. Yep.
Go ahead.
We'll go with Mr. Moral Compass.
I'm Mr. Moral Compass. I'm over from Avenue Studios. I've been completely out of it, so of like the last week and such, so I don't even know what's going on at the moment. But I think there was like some sort of game with like Dan and Kristen and Moss, maybe something like was it like Lord of the Rings or something a few days ago or something?
Yep. I'll tell everybody about it here in a few minutes.
All right, cool. Other than that, drink water, get sleep, all that stuff, and make sure you look over your feet correctly.
Yep. All right. Well, that leaves JT and then me. JT, you're up, buddy.
Okay, I did look at a few things, even though some of this other stuff doesn't add up. However, I was wrong about my strikes earlier. The Mystic Strikes were not Cold Iron Strikes. The new ones I just got are, though, however. Metal Strikes are Cold Iron and Silver in nature. So anything I hit that has that weakness will be fucked. Then I got some Monk Expertise. Not exactly sure what that does without key spells. And I finally got the upgrade to my mask. So now it is a Mask of Pain. So when I demoralize, not only will I cause them to be demoralized, but I will do 2d6 mental damage or 4d6 damage. Well, I don't have legendary intimidation, so yeah. And then I think I get a extra skill up to legendary if I want, a bunch of hit points, and possibly something called Fierce Flurry, which is pretty awesome when I read it, when I figure it out, if I actually get it. Anyway, check me out tomorrow night, like Circus said, Kaiju Watch, Psycho Gorman, and Friday, Miami by Night, as also Circus said. Saturday, Curse of the Crimson Throne. If I remember correctly, we're about to die again, or, we're usually about to die in that game, so
Still.
it's pretty fucking common. And Sunday, Cyberpunk with Kyle and the Circus Man himself on my channel, Savage Talk. Come check it out. Join the Discord because our Discord is cool, and we have cool art there and discussions, and it's a little bit more raw than the Moonskull one, which is also awesome. But if you want some more raw talk, come over there and check us out. Press it to Mr. Kyle himself.
Thank you. All right, and quick heads up. Heads up for everybody. So the one shot Mr. Moral Compass was talking about was Strangers in the Dark, where Moss is the GM, and yes, Dan and Christian are there. The second part to that will be this Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please tune into Moonskull for that. Otherwise, you can catch me at my link tree. Our great moderators are slapping that in the chat there. And please be sure to leave a thumbs up on the YouTube video and also on the Rumble video if you're on Rumble. And leave us some comments. Tell us what you liked. Tell us what they should have done to the princess. Who knows? But as always, a big thank you to all of you who do leave comments. A big thank you to our fan artists, of which I forgot to mention. Our fan artists are Circus Freak, John Gordon, JT. Thank you guys for your work. Please stop by the Discord, check it all out. You all take care. Have a great rest of your week. And we look forward to seeing you all again later.